Hello, and thank you so much for tuning in today. Today I want to touch on very quickly and very gently a topic that has come to mind lately for me because unfortunately I am now in a generation whose parents are starting to pass. Parents, siblings, even children are starting to pass away, and it's a very sad realization when you realize that you're of that generation, you're in that middle place where you're caring for parents, or your parents are starting to deteriorate in their health, and you're also caring for children and they're growing, and you're seeing kind of the fruits of your labor with them, and you're also just trying to keep your own head above water. So what I'd like to talk about today, though, is the fact that a sad thing that I have seen in the deaths that have been in my world the past, say, 5 years, is that my generation seems to have lost touch with the fact that going to funerals, attending services, attending the viewing, attending all of the traditional celebrations of life and events that surround death are not about you. They're not about the people who are on the peripheral that are the friends, or the friend. What I'm finding is that, say, an older person has passed, one of our parents has passed, it is our job in our generation to be there for our friends, for the daughters, for the sons who have lost their parents. You know, we're of the generation that we're starting to lose our parents to horrible disease and just in some cases just old age and natural deterioration. And yet I see more often than not that all of the people who are caring and attending these services are not the people of my generation, but the people who were directly friends and relations with those who have passed. This is all fine and good. Those people need to attend also, but it is up to us to realize that our friends, my girlfriend, my guy friend who have just lost a loved one, are really hurting. And at these services, they need to see faces that they recognize, that they can embrace, and that they don't have to be strong for. Whenever I walked into a funeral just last week, a girlfriend of mine from junior high lost her father, and I've just got the sweetest memories of this man. He was a kind soul and did so much to make sure that my friend had a wonderful, beautiful, happy childhood, and he passed. And in the room, in the services, there were tons of people, tons of friends of his, friends of his wife's, which is a beautiful, beautiful blessing. But literally, and this is why I'm trying to be so gentle here. I'm not trying to throw anyone under the bus here. We are also a very busy generation, but there were only 2 people in attendance from my generation, friends of this girl who just lost her father. And I tell you what, when I walked in, she was finally able to release and not be strong. She was finally able to get a little bit of comfort and not just shake hands and put on a smile and pretend like everything is okay. I felt that even when my grandparents passed. You know, I've lost 3 of my 4 grandparents so far, and there is a disconnect whenever it's not you or not your direct spouse that has passed. There's a disconnect, like it's less painful because it's a parent or a grandparent or even close aunts and uncles and cousins. So I just want to encourage my generation to remember that those kinds of events are not comfortable, but they are a natural part of life. And those who we know, who we live life with, who we are in friendship and in communion with, need us most in those kinds of times. So I would like to encourage you, even if you don't do the full weekend of events, because there are often multiple events with these kinds of passing, but even if you can only make one, prioritize that. Prioritize your friends, and remember that eventually, unfortunately, you're going to be in that space too. And you are going to want a support network around you that will just come out of the woodwork at the drop of a hat because you're hurting. So I would like to encourage you to please encourage others to be gentle and empathetic with them when they're going through difficult times, and do the uncomfortable thing. Please attend the funeral, attend the viewing, attend the reception, attend the celebration of life. Make a gesture and remember that it's not about you, but it is about them. So I hope that this motivates someone of my generation to remember proper etiquette and things that are just the right thing to do. So I hope that none of you deal with this kind of issue anytime soon. I'm not wishing it on anyone. I would like to encourage you though, if you know someone who is hurting, and if someone in 2018 or whenever you watch this video passes, please attend the service. Please be there for your friends, and please just be present in those kinds of moments. So, until I see you again, I hope that you are making it a great day.